Hi, it's Daniel. This is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel, and today marks day one of a new chapter for me in my training journey in the lead up to Ironman UK and Ironman Wales and lots of other events on the calendar this year. Now, over the last few months, I've self-coached myself. I've told myself what to do and when, and it's been okay, but I now need to kick on to the next level. I've tried to do that myself over the last month or so, and for one reason or another, haven't been able to. So I don't have time to be complacent. I've got a lot of fitness to gain. I've got quite a lot of weight to lose, so I needed to have some structure and some accountability given to me by somebody else. Now, in years gone by, I've had various different coaches, mostly with really good experiences. I've only had one sort of mixed experience, and it's for that reason that I won't be sharing immediately who my coach is. Like, I really want to talk about it, and I pride myself on like sharing everything on this channel, but it just gives me the option that if it doesn't work out, we can part ways, and I'm not going to think about, oh, I've put this person on a video or said this person, like any of that jazz. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just think it just protects like all parties in that situation. It gives me one less stress, basically. So my coach has just given me some cycling structure. The reason for that is that my swimming is pretty much just 2 swims a week, one of which is swim coach Ash led, one of which is just myself, so I don't really need any swim input unless I could swim a lot more. Running, I'm currently having had about 3 weeks off running now. I'm probably going to have another week or 2 off due to a little hamstring niggle, depending what happens tomorrow at the physio. And then after that, I'll be easing back into it for a few weeks. And then because most of my main focuses are long marathons, I know that I can just do a good amount of like aerobic training, some hills, bit of tempo, and I'm probably going to be there or thereabouts. Sure, I could be a lot better at running if I did loads more running structure, but to me, cycling's what I value the most. It's most useful. I said something the other day, like, it's pointless being a good runner. Like, if you're a good cyclist, you can drop your mates, you can win races, all that sort of stuff. So I just want to be as good as I can be on the bike. It sets me up well for an Ironman and for a triathlon in general, and that's what I want the guidance in. And this coach understands the other stuff anyway, so we're sort of going to work together on that. But today is day one, so I haven't done any intensity. Well, I've done a bit of intensity, but I've not done any structured training for like months. So today is the first session back, and I sort of just said, well, hit me with life per normal. I feel like I'm ready to absorb training. I feel like I'm in a reasonably good sort of base fitness level, so I don't feel like I can't do some sessions. The first one is pretty interesting. So in fact, I'll grab you and show you on screen. I'm not going to grab you, I mean the camera. That's what it looks like, right? So it's an hour-long session. It's got a nice warm-up ramp, 4.5 minutes at a hard tempo, which is about 298 watts, so 300 watts. 30-second surge, and then back down to tempo, and that is 45 minutes, that block. Now, I've done sessions like this very similar in the past, and I do actually enjoy this sort of session. I think it's just intimidating because it's such a long block, and basically there's no rest, is there, until the end. But if I'm trying to cram a session in an hour, that's the best way to do that. Rest time in the intervals is it's just like not waste of time, but it makes the session longer. So tempo with 30 second zone 5 microbursts within the 45-minute block. The microburst is going to be about 420 watts ish, so VO2 max interval, and I'm just going to see how it goes. I mean, I'm not going to get any expectations because it's been so long since I've done this. I've not got like I tried this the other week and it's not worked. Who knows? I'm going to go for one more nervous wee. I'm going to get cracking. Right, firstly, I'm sorry about this, but it's just life, innit? Now, this probably isn't a session I'm going to be talking throughout. I've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left before the first interval starts. I'm ready for this. I need to be training properly. Although this intimidates me numbers-wise, I'm so ready for it. It needs to intimidate me, because then race day will intimidate me less. What it should do. So yeah, let's get stuck in and get it done. Also, I don't like using erg mode, so I always use gears, so my power might fluctuate a bit, but I get the feel for it, and I'm sure after a few efforts I'll get more in line with the target. Maybe I'll be on it from day one, I don't know, but we'll see. And it also gives me the option that if it's too hard, I can just knock it down a little bit. I don't have to like get in the erg spiral of death and have to like can the session. So it's a bit easier to manage. Here we go then, let's get stuck in. So I've just finished the first 4.5 minutes at a hard tempo. Now I'm a bit out of practice with holding specific powers in geared mode, so I'm just fluctuating all over the shop, and I think this sort of did me in a bit from the start, but as the session goes on, I'm not able to spike higher than planned, so this does settle down, but I'm just struggling to settle in at that harder effort here. So you can see I'm just dancing around. I did average the right sort of power for that interval, but it wasn't as easy as that. We're about halfway through now. Interval 4 of 9, so just less than halfway, again going into the surge bit, and it's been getting progressively harder. You can tell my heart rate there at that point was about 5 BPM higher than it was on the first interval. This session does get really hard. However, Tyler Hannay tells me that he trains harder on Zwift than I do. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. He's a professional cyclist, he's just started a YouTube channel. I'm really loving his content, seems a great guy. Please do check it out. Right, back to my session though. I'm near the end of this interval, it's actually going okay. It's the surge bits aren't the hardest bits for me. I think it's the fact it's such a long session without a proper recovery. It's mentally quite difficult, so I was really focused on getting to the halfway point. I'm on interval 5 of 9, so I know I've only got 4 to go, so I'm over halfway now, and that's a big sort of hurdle to overcome. I'm going to fast forward to interval 8 of 9. I think anybody can do the last interval. It's often the second to last or the third to last interval that's difficult. You can see there I'm just scraping 300 watts. My heart rate's now in the mid 150s already. I've really noticed like a heart rate aerobic drift, is it, or something? I'm basically just getting more and more tired as the session goes on. But now I know there's only 20 seconds of hard interval left, and I'm feeling pretty okay at this point. My heart rate is like nearly at like threshold to, well, 155 is threshold to be honest, so it's over threshold now, but you know, near the end of the session, good workout. I was definitely feeling the sting after the surges when I'm dropping back down to 300 watts. It's not like I'm coasting, I'm still pedaling quite hard, and it was that bit that I was struggling with as I was going through the session. I was feeling that burn a bit more and just, you know, struggling to keep it just over 300 initially, but yeah, always averaged all the correct powers, so a good session. But I think it was probably felt a bit harder than it should have done, but not stupidly hard that I can't then train the next day. So I hope you have enjoyed that. Let's go back to Daniel live. Okay, session done and dusted. I'll leave the stats on screen. Was I shouting with those earphones in? Probably. Stop it, copyright. A well executed session, I think, and to be honest, I'm really happy with that, given that I've not done intervals, well, for, I'm going to say nearly a year, like a proper interval session. It's been absolutely ages. And to do it on geared mode and on a hard session, I'm well chuffed with that. I think I was over 300 on all the 4.5 minutes and over 420 on all the 30 seconds. I didn't need to be over, but you know, I was just over, so I definitely hit that the target, and I felt hard towards the end. But I think the 8th interval was harder than the 9th. In my head, anybody can do the last one, so you just got to get to the last one. Therefore, the 8th one was quite difficult, but so chuffed now to be like training, well, one session, right? Training properly and feeling like I'm not only working towards weight loss, but also working towards being fit. I'm not sat here like on my phone while I'm doing a session. I'm here to train, I'm here to progress. This camera battery is flashing at me as low, so I'll keep this super brief, but over 1,000 calories as well. So I'm even doing the same as I would have done in an hour and a half zone 2. So, come on. Thank you for watching. Your support makes a difference to me every day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope your training's going well. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for, don't know yet, something like this though, I'm sure.